Hello and welcome to Just Do It, a Dewey Brothers podcast. This is season 6, episode 6.
Alex,
think.
we both know you can't count. Just
I
don't
can't
even
count,
try.
so I'm not gonna try. It's in the title of the video that you're watching, or Spotify thing. We do that too.
Sometimes. Sometimes when I want to.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, the hottest, the freshest podcasts are coming at you on YouTube. Eric, I heard we were driving all the way across the country carrying a whole lot of goods in the back of our rigs.
Well, Alex, we might be carrying a whole lot of goods back in our rigs. Alex, guess what? I was down over at the pickle park, and a lot lizard came up to me, and I was scared. So,
all right, Eric, this PG, okay?
You're right. That's why we got a peanut butter in one's ears and, get on with the good stuff.
Exactly. I'm over here in Beantown, but I think we got a special guest from none other than Indiana who's on the pod this week, Eric. And hopefully she can introduce herself.
Breaker 19, what's your 40?
Well, my 40 is a nice tall Colt 45 because I am on the road and I need to stay alert.
Oh yeah, good call there, buddy.
There's no other way I'm coming up to this flag in a 5-mile wind without a little bit of 40 on my tail.
Now, rosieposie over there, I don't suppose you're in Indy 500 putting the hammer down, because I'm over here coming out of Beantown and haven't come up with a funny nickname yet. But I think my brother's E-Break, and he's coming down out of Quebecois or something.
Well, I do like to call old Axel Hound over there. That's what I call him. I don't know what you can call him.
Axel A here coming in.
Axel A, the big Axel fella. But, yep, E-Break's right on here, and I got my 100-mile coffee pot brewing, and I'm ready to lay down the hammer lane, and we're going to hammer down and hit the hammer, and then, that's my handle.
All right, copy that. Get some of that 100-mile coffee for this podcast and strap in. Rose, got any interesting things going on around your parts of town you want to share with the podcast? Over.
Well, as you all know, the Indy 500 is only 6 months away, so it's all the people talk about besides basketball.
So, over out in the corn patch, how's the snow? I mean, you getting a lot of that crazy thick mud fog or anything like that?
Oh, it's been gorgeous. There's a rumor that we may get up to half an inch of snow, so they went ahead and put 10,000 pounds of salt on the roads.
Hey, that's preemptive. I don't want any of my I like my trucker buddies to have a good time and definitely not fly the coop, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I do. I do indeed.
10-4, copy that. Also, I mean, makes sense what with the Windy City being full of salt.
I actually heard that the EPA is going down there to actually soak up all the salt and to just what's one of the rivers over there?
Indianapolis is the only U.S. capital to not be built on a major body of water.
Oh, I'm actually surprised with that. So
we got some
sooner or later, I would actually believe that Indianapolis is going to be renamed Salt Lake City because of all the salt. And I'm okay with that because, Alex, as us trucker buddies, we got to hit some land speed records as we're going through the old corn patch of Indianapolis.
Oh, yeah, you got to put when you're in racing town, you got to race, baby, put the pedal to the metal. Have you had any run-ins with any of those county mounties up there in almost Canada? E-Break?
Oh, up here, yeah, every once in a while they come nipping at your bud, but I'm pretty good. I got a lot of boys looking out for me. We always when we see one, we definitely blurt it out. I mean, ain't no Smokies catching us.
Exactly. You got to call them bears out on the radio for sure. Over.
Well, Axel A, I will. You got to watch out for the full-grown bears. Those stadies. Those full-grown bears.
Full-grown bears, they'll chase you. You gotta watch out.
Let's just say they'll get your picnic basket, eh, boo-boo?
Oh yeah, it's a big problem, especially when you come into one of them 5.5s. No good. You gotta make sure you lower your speed limit there. All right, Eric, we got to move on to our main topic.
I was gonna say I have terrible news. I believe that we are, cutting out a little. I mean, 10:32. We gotta check this radio, but Alex, I'm calling it 1070, Axel A. I'm calling it 1070.
What is it, A-Dog? Uh-oh.
Oh God, we got a good old 1070, maybe a 10100 in there too. I'll be back real quick. 1033 with 1032 also in there. 3s and 8s, good buddy.
All right, 10-4, copy that.
So Alex,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Oh,
That's
now
gonna
that
bring
Axel
us
A and E-Dog have left.
e-break, buddy.
Yeah.
We have a very important main topic that only Rose could help us with.
Oh, perfect. I'm glad she's here.
That's what they say the 20th of January is a special day, and it's because it's in the Just Do It podcast world, it's the immersion marketing day. That's right. We are talking about immersive marketing in this week's podcast.
I often get lost in the marketing sauce, but I want to know what Rose thinks about immersive marketing and how it is the future.
I really feel that immersive marketing, it is the future because, of course, we're all doing things, living our everyday lives. You check your iPhone, you're wearing your Nikes, just doing what you do. And then all of a sudden you're like, hey, I really wonder what I should be buying right now. Of course, I myself don't have to think about that too hard. I'm a loyal supporter of all those TikTok stores, really making sure that I'm staying hydrated too, because that helps you think clearly. You crack a nice cold Snapple and then you're just like, bam, all my thoughts are so clear right now.
Personally, I'm with you right there. After I chug my Dasani water, I just think, my lips, my mouth is just so wet right now. I could really go for something dry, like old school Nature Valley honey and oats.
So, Eric, what are the secrets to immersion marketing? Obviously, the Blendtec blender is great, but it's no match for the KitchenAid immersion blender.
That's what we like to hear. Immersion marketing is about getting what you need. Like you sort of infiltrate into everyone's little private sector. All right, you're that burglar with the oversized bag with the $sign on it, and you're wearing black and white, and you're sneaking around. You're like, hee, I'm gonna make these guys buy stuff, or ladies, I'm gonna make these people buy things, hee. But you aren't direct about it. You're you're hitting that little as the kids like to say, devious lick on their property. Because you're coming in and you're acting you're getting chummy with the consumer. That's why it's actually also called chum-sumering.
Chum-sumering products, yeah. Can I sidebar this for a real quick second? What's up with, speaking of masked men, bags of things they're stealing? What's up with the Hamburglar? Like, you can't sell thawed meat. Like, who? I don't know about you, but I am not buying my thawed meat secondhand, definitely, and also not from a man who looks like he should really be robbing banks like 100 years ago.
I really just feel that it speaks to the quality and the unparalleled nature of McDonald's fantastic burger. You can't beat them. They're the original.
See, Rose has got it figured out. Believe it or not, McDonald's was one of the first to promote immersive marketing, where they wanted everyone to feel welcome and okay at a McDonald's establishment. That's why they said, do you know what the kids love? They love robbers. Do you know who they feel most comfortable with? Clowns, robbers, and whatever I don't know, the purple guy is. Take
Grimace.
The Philadelphia Flyers. Yes, Grimace. Take the Philadelphia Flyers, for example. What is more welcoming and entertaining than a big orange monster named Gritty? Right, Alex?
That climbed out of the building while they were doing renovations in order to make everyone else around him's life a living hell. That's pretty immersive. That really gets you in the spirit of Philadelphia.
I do believe he was an eldritch horror that erupted out of the rubble, but yes.
All right, buddy, I got a problem. We got to double back again, though, to the Hamburglar, because I want to know, why do immersive marketing tactics result in a new, sexier Hamburglar?
That's what the people want, man. The people of the past. It's all the phones that the kids are using these days. They're like, ooh, yeah, let's thirst trap this. Slay Queen. I know what I'm gonna do, and then they do a nice TikTok dance. I believe they call it the schwim schwam or something. And then so that it's just this over sexualization of everything in the world.
With that, I'm going to give Rose the final remarks on the topic of immersion marketing, immersive, cool marketing, in the playing card game. And then we're going to move on to another topic, Eric.
I mean, I really just think that personally, having gone to Arizona State University online to get my business degree on my own terms, I'm just so excited about the future of this potential. And as I look around at my beautiful IKEA-sponsored furniture living room, I think to myself, yeah, this really is the future. And I'm so happy that I can see it. Thanks to Warby Parker.
Wow, I'm so happy Rose was here to not have any sponsored promotions whatsoever and just speak right from the bottom of her heart. Alex, oh no, they're hopping back on
Come
it.
in good, buddy. I've been hauling. I just came back from the 100, and I'm hauling poems by the truckload, big man.
Oh, you got the poems in the back? That's nice. See, I personally am way too upset about the automations and the Elon Musks of the world trying to make us truckers not party in the lots like we used to. They're trying to put robots in charge of the driving, and that's why the supply chain's so messed up. Is because the robots are going Terminator on us. Skynet's coming down. They're going pew pew pew. But I am in one of those right now. It's very nice. It's very fancy, and I've been writing a whole lot of poems there, Axel A.
Oh, instead of driving, affirmative. How about we listen to some sweet poems? Who wants to read out that road poetry first?
Well, I do believe that's what I'm a poet. I'm a poet first and foremost. Actually, first and foremost, I'm a trucker, and a damn good near one that where it's at. So this one is called "It's a Poem on the Road." Breaker 29, it's time we hit 'em with the old rhymes. Out here on the road, always towing that talking about freight and a whole lot of pant weight. I can't take no break when the shipping of the whole country is at stake. Sometimes I'll even skip checking the brakes. I can't delay this order of steaks. I won't allow any missed steaks on account of any mistakes. Even with a leg break, I can bet I'll deliver to your wake. Some call me the big truckin' hearse, but if you cut me off, I'll scream, you're the worst. That's my poem.
Oh, man. Now that is a poem I can get behind. Brought to you by the great taste of beef. It's what's for dinner.
That's true. Personally, I loved how I used the exact same rhyme scheme for 6 of those lines. Also, did you like the little cheekiness that I threw in there of missed steaks?
Oh,
with
yeah, it was primo.
mistakes. That's why they call me old e-break wordsmith Smith out on the out in those nitty gritty folks.
All right, Posy Rose, you have any rhyme you want to share with the crew, with the convoy, if you will?
Oh, absolutely. And I'm so glad that Eric went first because it seemed, e-break.
There we go.
had very similar rhyme schemes.
All right, tear up. Let's get it rolling.
Oh boy, well, it's just me and the road and me, going on far as the eye can see. It's just me and the road and me. What's that up ahead? I think it's a tree. It's just me and the road and me. Started way off up in the bubbly. But it's just me and the road and me. We're driving straight down south, getting to that big D. It's just me and the road and me. What's that now? Did y'all copy? It's just me and the road and me. Tuning in, hearing things on my scanny. Just me and the road and me. Do I see a pig? That's a negatory. It's just me and the road and me. And that will be all. 10-4, good buddy.
Oh yeah, now that is a poem right there.
Was beautiful.
I feel like I just felt I was transported with you along the road. I was everywhere you went. You know, the road and me. It means a lot to us truckers when someone dedicates so much to their craft.
Oh yeah, that part where I thought I saw a tree. 200 miles right there. That's some good stuff.
Well, now I once also saw a tree, and woo-wee, down the
Well,
road
there's
and
that
me,
one
exactly.
section there where they get a little rare, and what a sight! What a sight to see.
The road and me. Oh Lord.
All right, all right.
You
Now,
know, Axel,
yeah.
I'd like to see you follow that up
All right.
because
Well, let's see what I can do. This one, it's a little story I call getting Sandy with e-brake.
oh no, I sure hope you aren't talking about the story that I think you're talking about.
Oh, I think you remember.
Oh,
Now,
no, the airwaves cannot hear this story.
Now I remember one New Year's Eve, I was hauling skis, and my buddy E-Brake was puffing trees. See, we was smoking hot at a mile high, so I put her in 12th and let her fly. We were on Ike Highway heading west. The Jerry's needed sleds, and we had the best. 2 tons of rosies, 3 of those Stockley sticks, perfect for getting sendy and landing them tricks. Now Vale had paid us a mighty sum in order to guarantee this run, and I reckon soon we'd be drinking rum with the girls in the hot tub under the sun. So we turned on 70, headed up towards the tunnel, and soon the walls were closing in like a funnel. E-Brake turned to me, said, "We got a problem with some bears." Now, I'll never take Yogi's picnic basket, but I felt in my hairs. Something wasn't right. I said, "Old E-Brake, you better let me know here. Why is it we're heading over the pass?" He said, "In the back, under all that snow gear, I've stashed 2 tons of grass. So you see that sign with the warning light? We better avoid Old Smoky tonight." Now, we was heading into one hell of a blizzard, the real thick stuff that'll bury you up to the gizzard, and the old Cummins was running low on gears. The wolves were howling to stoke your fears, but at least the bears were down in the valley. Now, coming down the other side was quite the trip. Lucky for us, there weren't any suicide jockeys to flip, but that's where the luck run decided to hide. I looked back at E-Brake, he looked at me, and I said, "Put out that light, hold on tight, we're going for a ride." First bend was okay, the skis were sharp, and so were our wits, but there were switchbacks galore and snow drifting up to your tits. The cargo was shifting worse than a knap-trap tuna salad, so I told E-Brake to hold on tight and don't get mad. Because we're 10-8 to Sandy Town, I reckon I can pull a 360 minus the 1042 with a flip to boot. Now, after the fact, the Daffy was a bit much, but the pigtails needed some air. Having landed a boiler on the runway, it was time to get her to Vale. We pulled in right before midnight, and what we had done to the rig wasn't right, so I hit the tub, and E-Brake made a fortune selling trees to those bees, and both of us tried to forget that treacherous night. And that's the, you remember that one,
I
E-Brake, right?
remember Ghost Town was looking mighty fine up there. Definitely that snow is worth it all. Those dirty
I
bears.
can't believe you use weed for our packing material. Wouldn't let us through the Eisenhower Tunnel.
Well, I mean, sometimes that's what happens when you got the go-go girls. What can I say? You got to keep them a little excited.
You remember how the crowd went wild after that doozy do. 360 double flip.
Well, I remember.
Never seen a rig soar like that.
Well, the only problem is when that one trucker, I forget his name, he was a legend though. He busted out the Dewey roll.
Oh yeah, can't forget him. That was beautiful.
Yeah, but I see personally, I thought you were gonna talk about the story of the the lot lizards in the in the pickle park, if you know what I mean. Whole lot of seat covers going on down there.
Down in Nickel Road? No way, man. I wouldn't do that to you, E-Brake.
That's very true, but yeah. The three sisters now, those are some mighty fine ladies.
All right. Oh, 10-8, buddy. We're running into some static here. This ain't good.
Yep. I bet someone's got some kickers out there that are just jamming up our signal, eh?
Yeah, 1032. I'm breaking up already. Looks like I'm over and out. 10-4, good buddy.
All right, 4-4.
10-7, signing off.
All right, 3s and 8s, good buddy. 10-4.
3s and 8s. Whew, Eric, wow, I'm glad we got all those trucker type out of here. That was a lovely poem, I think, though. I think all of the poems were pretty good.
The poems are quite heartwarming. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to toot anyone's horn, but personally, I think that that E-Brake guy, he sort of has his got a very similar style to me, because he did throw in that one line about filling up some drawers, if you know what I mean.
that is true.
That is my signature move.
All right, Ike, we got to get this podcast over with because it's going to be a nightmare and super long. So I'm going to go check the last week's pod here and see if there's any questions from the internet. Rose, do you have any questions from the internet we can ask before we get there?
Oh man, I mean, I can bring you questions from my middle schoolers, but I don't think you can broadcast those.
Oh, yeah, middle schoolers are just a different breed.
Do y'all want to talk about or
Oh, goodness.
Well,
Well,
that's middle schoolers for you. And
that's middle school for you. Oh, actually, I got a quick question here, Eric. Actually.
Oh God, I'm worried.
I think it's important because Rose is on. It's about therapy, so
only because our lovely guest Rose is here.
Yeah, we're gonna give her 2 minutes to take care of this question for Steve. Hello, Dewey Bros. It's Steve here, my BNF. That's best neighbor friend, by the way. Best neighbor forever, actually. Seth has a serious problem with sugar, and I need to know how to comfort him about it. Unfortunately, my Club Penguin therapist is no longer an option because the website was shut down. Any suggestions would be welcome, Steve. I think there was some sort of altercation over Seth and the amount of sugar he's been consuming lately. He may or may not have been railing some pixie sticks, but that's to be determined. And Steve is really concerned about his friend Seth.
Yeah, Rose. I may have told him a thing or two. Sorry, I was also. I mean, Steve and I are in very similar parallels in our lives, where Club Penguin is shut down, and we took a turn for the worst. No more Club Penguin therapists, and turning towards sugar as sort of a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
So I would love to hear what you have to say about this, Rose.
Well, sure. And I think, this advice is really for Seth, Steve, but Eric, feel free to take it to heart. I'm going to give a quick disclaimer. I'm a mandated reporter, not a therapist. But it's
I was going to say I won't take it to heart. I've had 18 open heart surgeries, and there's barely anything in there anymore, so I'm not taking it to this old thing.
All right, your Grinchliness. Anyway, anytime we see someone hurting, we just want to think about, hey, what do they want to hear right now? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to walk up to your friend, Steve, and I know what you're thinking. Is it what they need to hear? No, it's what they want to hear. So you're going to say, Steve, my friend, my love, maybe your name is Seth, my BNF, I have a 40-pound sheet cake in my garage. And he's going to be so excited. He's going to be like, that sheet cake. He's going to look at you, give you a little side eye, say, is there frosting? And you're going to say, yeah, buddy, it's buttercream. None of that cream cheese nonsense. And he's going, oh, is it decorated? And you go, yeah, got them rainbow jimmies covering the whole top. At this point, he's not even going to care anymore. He's going to want it. He's going to want it real bad. So what you're going to do?
Oh, well, can I just interject? So where can I get this sheet cake? Just asking for a friend, of course, hypothetically, like if it's not going to be like left unattended at any hours where someone would be able, with a crippling sugar addiction, would be able to break in and consume said sheet cake. Just hypothetically, of course, just, a little curious.
Definitely not one here in my apartment that all you need to get in is the first 3 numbers of my cell phone, which are not the first 3 numbers of your cell phone. So.
Okay, go on. All right, write that down. First 3 letters of the.
And he's going to be so excited. He's going to be like, hold on, man, I don't want to intrude. And you're going to be like, no, because you see the fork already sticking out of his pocket. You're going to get him into the garage. He's going to look around. He's going to be like, and you're going to be like, oh, 1 second. I just got to grab the light switch. And you're going to walk towards the switch. But it's not a light switch. It's a garage door switch. And you're going to shut him in there so he can just detox for 3 weeks. And you're going to hear a lot of noises. You're going to hear a lot of things. But we can't go back because everyone knows it takes 3 weeks to form a habit. So you're just going to seal him in your garage. Well, he thought it was your garage, but actually it was a concrete box. It's not even attached to your house. And you're just going to leave him there for 3 weeks. And no matter how much he begs or how much he pleads, you're just going to always say, no, I'm here because I love you and I'm helping you. And then, because you're a really good friend, you're a BNF, and you just really want to help your guy, you're going to go to his house. You're going to eat all his sugar. You're going to drink his honey moat. You're going to get into a fight with a deer on the way, but that's okay because you are doing it in the name of love, and you are just going to clean everything out. When you're done, you know what you're going to put in there? Turnips.
Turnips.
Turnips. I know what you're thinking. Aren't those like carrots? No, they're incredibly genetically different. And that way, at the end of 3 weeks, you're going to gently pick up a little gong, and you're going to go, ding, and he's going to hear it. And it will be as if an angel has come down from heaven and this beautiful noise has embraced his ears. And, he might be a little emaciated, and sure, he's been licking up that leak from your garden hose, but he'll be ready to come back, and he won't be a sugar addict anymore. And at first he'll be like, bro, what? And you're like, no, my BNF, my friend, my love. You have to come see your house, and he'll be so excited because, he's kind of kicked it, but he's like, like, it's been 3 weeks. I could eat a Kit Kat. I could lick a marshmallow. But you knew this. You knew he was going to be tempted, and you know that once you eat one, you eat them all. So you're going to walk him into his house, and he's going to be like, okay, I just want to check my perishables. So he's going to go open up that freezer, looking for that ice cream, that block of frozen sugar that he licks when it's hot. It's all gone. It's asparagus and snow peas. And that's how you're going to help your friend.
All right, that is
Alex,
lovely,
I'm scared.
cheerful, and super important therapeutic advice. Eric,
I
don't
think
go to road
I think
house.
I learned a message. A moral of the story is 36 inches of sheet cake is actually a bait, and don't follow people if they promise they have cake for you.
Well, the cake is a lie, first of all, Eric. That's important. Second of all, it's only a lie if it's more than 36 inches of sheet cake in any one dimension. Also, this is critically important to you there, Seth. You have to drain the honey moat. It has claimed too many deer. It is a public nuisance, and while it was good intentioned, you're going to want to walk that one back.
I will say this: the stench of the decaying deer mixed in with the honey is actually quite masculine. Like, the honey is sweet and airy, and the decaying deer is sort of like, yeah, I'm a big tough man.
We're going to put the brakes on that, Eric, and end this podcast with one of our new sponsors, and that is Honey Moat Deer Soap for the man in your life who needs to smell fresh and sweet like honey, but also manly like the scent of deer musk.
We gotta thank Joey Juice coming out from down under. They're the freshest kangaroo milk you'll see on this side, anywhere. Joey Juice, get yours today.
This podcast is brought to you by buttercream frosting. Really, is it even tempting if it's not buttercream frosting?
The EJCC coming at you from the curling rink. The sheet's solid and it's been cold, so get your brooms and your sweepers and get on down for the nice little bonspiel.
This podcast, as always, is brought to you by homegrown hops. No sugar required. Homegrown hops.
On the other hand, this podcast is also brought to you by Big Rose. A lot of sugar required. It's the only way we can get it to be extra sweet. And this just in, try our new product, granulated wine. It's just a pile of sugar that's dyed to look like wine.
Oh yeah, it's crystallized wine. It's super tasty. Rose, do you have anyone to thank for this week's podcast? Any sponsors, perhaps? Although I'm pretty sure you're sponsor free, so.
Well, I'm actually not. I just want to give a big old shout out, that sweet Hershey's Kiss, of course, to my sponsors in the candy industry, really helping me to feel like less of a dum-dum and more of a smarty, because, of course, I went to Arizona State University online to become a multi-level marketing queen.
Eric, I'm doing it. I'm bringing it back. This podcast brought to you by the Hamburglar. I'm still confused. I want answers.
And that's right. Everything we mentioned today is now actually a Mighty Bean. Screw your NFTs. Get your Just Do It podcast sponsored Mighty Beans today.
The Mighty Beans, they're going to Mars, certified by Maxi Boy Thuggins. All right, this has been Just Do It. Season 6, episode, pretty sure it's 6, maybe not, I don't know, check the thing. You can read, Jonah. If you can't read, you catch back up on the next one.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I'm Alex.
I'm Eric.
We have one more person.
Oh, it's me. I'm the other person. I'm also here.
That's right. E-brake
And for the
tossed Axel A down the whale. He was snitching too much on me and what we were doing in the with the law
in
lizard.
Colorado.
So you roll
All right,
here.
that's
We're
it.
in a
I'm
double
cutting
decker
this. We're
zone.
done. For the love of God, man.
Just send it.
Oh, I hate all of you.